really see Divine Diablo, Caleb Farley on the field at all. I mean, we've had a full complement of spring almost. What do you think of how they've adapted to the secondary?
I've been really excited about both of them. Caleb's played a little bit of offense here lately, and as well as defense. He is a dynamic athlete with dynamic potential. But I'm really excited about how far he's gone as far as a football player at the corner spot. Is he there yet? No. But do I like his length? Do I like his explosiveness? Do I like his ability to learn and improve and grow and develop? Yes. And I think he's got a great future. Divine has been everything we hoped for. Has been very consistent, very steady, has improved every day, has been physical. I've been real pleased with his coverage ability. That was always a thing, being a longer guy, being a guy that's been attacking a defender rather than backpedaling and moving away from an offensive player or a defender, so to speak. I've been pleased with that. You get longer guys, sometimes they don't have the turnover that you like as far as DBs with their quickness and explosiveness with their feet. And he has those things, and I've been real impressed with what he's done and how he's picked it up. And he has great leadership qualities, and that's what that position entails a little bit too in our scheme. Our safety is a communicator, is a quarterback, so to speak, and he's steadily improved.
You grade every play in practice for 15 practices. On Saturday, or especially Saturday, do you grade the quarterbacks more differently because it's kind of live action?
Oh, I don't think we grade them any differently. We'll stay off them in terms of being contact in the scrimmage. We've had two episodes of live quarterback play so far in the spring. I think that's the best indication that you can get. We were in our second round of having live quarterbacks. It was a little more limited than the first time, but no, we don't look at it any differently. To me, those are the best evaluations you can get, and we're done with those. So there's plenty of evaluation time ahead of us, but I don't think the spring game will be any different.
When you watch the plays where the quarterback can't get hit, do you find yourself imagining what he would have done if he could get hit?
Yeah, it's and our defensive staff and players do a great job when they're not live of staying off them, and it's just a hard balancing act. As we're trying to practice the best we can and simulate it the best we can, and when a guy breaks out, and would he have been tackled? Would he not have been tackled? That's a fine line there, trying to get it all figured out. Sometimes you just got to pat the D lineman on the backside and say, "I saw it. We would have had it. I got you." And sometimes the quarterbacks are, he would have not had me, all that kind of stuff. But and you do your best to kind of project and figure it out.
Have you gone live with quarterbacks a lot in your coaching history, or was that something you thought was necessary for this sort of an experience?
In the spring, we've done it in the past, only in the spring, and we won't do it in the fall. But yeah, we've not always done it, but I would say almost always with some of them, we've had some live work.
Last season, obviously it wasn't the plan necessarily, but you ended up with Gerard being the leading rusher and getting so many carries. As you look at this roster, would that surprise you if the quarterback took the most carries next season?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. That to say yes or no on that, I think would be speculation beyond where we're at right now. So I don't know.
What have you seen from the running backs? And Trayvon seems to keep getting a little more comfortable with what you want him to do.
Yeah, Trayvon has had a good spring. Stephen Peoples has had a good spring. I've been pleased with the improvement that those two guys have made.
Has TJ Reed done enough to factor himself in, or is he still a ways out?
I'd say he's a little ways behind those guys.
Bo was just in here and he was talking about how no matter how bad things might be on the offensive end, you guys are always able to manufacture points and put points on the board. What can you really attribute that to?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's up to the offensive coaching staff to find the best way to score one more point than the other team, and it's up to the defensive coaching staff to find a way to hold them to one less point. And whatever that looks like is inconsequential. So being flexible and being able to change what it is you do to play to your strengths, to give your guys a chance. Our kids work really hard. Some years you may be more talented than others in certain spots, but ultimately it's our job to demand the workload of our players.
All right, questions for Dion?
What about that whip nickel spot has really kind of suited you, and is it kind of maybe a favorite spot you've played here so far?
I think it's my favorite because of the physicality of the position. I'm more so like a physical player myself, and it's just been an easier adjustment for me, really. That's pretty much it.
I remember you saying last year when you were playing some safety that you enjoyed the physical side of it. Is there a part of you that wishes you would have maybe started your college career from the defensive side because you've gotten so used to the
I think so.
physical
I
side?
think I should have. But I'm here now. I'm trying to make plays for my team now, so it's all good. But honestly, I really think I should have probably played like defense when I came in, which like everybody thought I was playing defense when I first came in. So
Did you have, because I know generally speaking, if I remember correctly, Frank and his staff, like, not in all cases, but in some cases left it up to the player to decide offense or defense. Did you have that option? Or?
yeah, when I first came in, Coach told me that he wanted me to play defense, but he knew that I didn't want to play defense. So he said, for right now, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna let you play what you want to play, but in a while, I'm gonna put you on what I want you to play. it didn't happen while he was here, but yeah.
Is there kind of a macho quality to playing defense around here?
It is, definitely. Pretty much we feel like we like the alpha dogs of the team as far as like just everything. We compete in everything. We just feel like I don't know, I don't want to say better, but we feel like we just run stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like on the team. But it's not that way. It's really not that way, but we just carry ourselves that way.
Is there a lot of carryover going from safety to whip linebacker? I mean, are those similar in a lot of ways, or no?
I mean, it's two different positions, but to play both, you have to know a general knowledge of the entire defense. So I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's just now at whip, I'm closer to the action, so I mean, I'm not really relying on like my coverage and stuff like that. I can go and play and get in the run fits and stuff like that like sooner, which I like more. But
Is your
Players?
Yes, it's the first real glimpse we'll get of the atmosphere of an actual game, so it's pretty exciting. I know it's going to be exciting for the young boys too.
Anything stand out to you from the first time you did it?
Probably just playing in front of that many people. I had never played in front of that many people, so in our game, it wasn't even a lot of people out there at the spring game our first year, but it was exciting playing in front of that many people.
What kind of a teacher is Brandon Faison in the secondary as an older guy now? Is he somebody you can all kind of relate?
Yes. Anything we do new, well, Brandon probably will go over it with me because he's a vet at all of this. He's a great teacher. He'll break it down. If a coach says it in a way I don't understand, he'll break it down to a player's term and how a player needs it broken down. When I mess up, he's always there. I get down on myself, he'll pick me back up. So B-Face's a great teacher. He's a great big brother to have teaching you the position.
With
Caleb Farley's new cornerback this spring, how's he look so far?
Caleb looks great. He's an athlete. He's an amazing athlete. He can play anywhere that you put him on the field. So yeah, Caleb is going to be a great asset to the team.
I know you play some offense too. Have you ever lined up against him?
Mm-hmm. I've lined up against him a couple of times. Yeah, he's working on the technique of a receiver, but he's picking it up really fast.
Does he have a DBU swagger to him? Does he talk trash to you as an offense?
I think he got this way. He came in with it. So, yeah,
Coach just talked a little bit last year about how Tyree was really close to playing last year. What have you kind of seen, from him growth-wise this spring?
Tyree, him being another person that didn't play DB, he transitioned well. He learned all of the everything. He learned everything pretty fast. I think he just more coming forward to this year. I think he started paying attention to the little things, and the little things being a DB are very important because you could do a little thing wrong. It's a play for 60, 70 yards. So I think coming into this year, he pays more attention to the little things, attention to detail, and stuff like that.
Going in, when you look at the running back group, would you be surprised if a quarterback leads you in rushing attempts next season?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I can do that this year, but I guess we'll see in the fall.
Obviously, we haven't seen anything. How are you guys splitting up the carries? Is it just you and Peoples? Are there more tailbacks getting reps? What's the picture like?
There are some guys that are banged up, so I mean, right now it's me and Peoples that are getting the majority of the reps.
What kind of a player does he look like, and how much has he developed in the time you've been around him?
He looks like a really good player. He's runs the ball really physical, can block really well. I'm excited about seeing Peoples as well.
You were pretty candid about telling us that it took you a little bit to get comfortable in the new offense at first, and then you said you were there. How good do you feel right now in this scheme, and do you think the coaches better know maybe how to use you?
Yeah, I feel like I can be effective in the running or passing game the way that they're utilizing me, so I'm just excited for the fall for this team.
I also remember last spring there was, I don't know what it was, there was some kind of thing it seemed like going on between you and Fuente or Cornelson. You had to prove yourself or something. Did you feel like there was a time that you had to do that? And obviously by summertime you had gotten to a point where it seemed like you guys were a lot more comfortable with each other. Is it totally different this spring or not?
I feel like it is totally different this spring because they know what I'm capable of based on last year, and I feel like I've just become a better player over this offseason, looking at film and figuring out the things that I need to improve on. So I feel like they know where I'm at right now.
At times last season, did you feel like you were underutilized at all?
I mean, I can't really do anything about that. Every rep that I get, I try to utilize. So, I mean, I don't call the shots. I can't be like, yeah, I want this many reps or whatever. That's not, that's not my territory. So, I just try to utilize what I do have and just do the best I can.